Hi everyone, it's Jean Border again, coming to you from my spaceship high above the planet Earth. Excuse the I'm trying to just wing this off the top of my head. The topic for today is shame, self-blame, and guilt. I have so many feelings inside when I hear someone say, I want to apologize for all the people I infected. I didn't know I had it. I'm so sorry I did this to you. There are some very famous actors even who have been touched by this coronavirus thing that have been tested and found to be positive, and they're taking on the weight of this bug. I'm just going to call it a bug. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I think of it as a bug, a pathogen, something, right? A virus. They're taking on the weight of this as if they had an intent to do harm. There is a huge difference between taking on the guilt as if there was an intent to do harm and just recognizing, oh, I came in contact with something, I need to let it go, get rid of it, heal from it, do the best I can, let everybody know that they need to stay away. There's a huge difference in the feel of those two thoughts, and there's a difference in the vibration in your body when you take on those mindsets, okay? Our goal as people who try to help others is to bring awareness to words that you may be saying that are not beneficial to you. They do nothing to help the planet or help you or help your family. And they can actually cause internal turmoil, conflict. Oh, if I'd only done this, why did I do that? Things that have no resolution. There's no way to change the past. The past is what it is. The only thing we can do is be aware of the language we use, the actions we take note of the intent with which we took those actions, and not assign self-blame, self-hatred, self-doubt to events where there was no intent to do any harm. Living in a low, in the energy world, we call this like low vibrations, right? Emotions have vibrations, just like music has vibration, right? If you play the piano and you get a tuner to come out, they try to tune your piano to a certain vibration. They may call it something like A440, right? If you get a bunch of musicians in the room together and the piano is tuned to A440, but then you have say you have a guitar player come in and they don't tune their guitar in the same manner that the piano was tuned, or maybe they don't tune it at all, they just pull it out and start playing, and it seems just a little bit not quite right. And then maybe you have a bass player come in and he doesn't tune his either, and he's just a little bit off from the other two instruments. And this continues and continues, and pretty soon you've got a very interesting sound, but not what you intended. Same thing happens with words, okay? When you take on guilt and shame for something where you had no intent, you change the way your body functions. If in the energy world, we kind of assign frequency numbers to emotions. Love is at like 500, slightly above that. Shame is all the way down at 20. So if your normal state is to be in a state of love, you're very, what we call high vibrational, right? So you live in a more positive, happy place where you want to help the world, you want to help your friends, you want to help your family. You don't like tension and dissension, right? But then there are people who live in a world of shame and blame and accusation, and it's all my fault, and what did I do, and I'm a terrible person. The discrepancy between 500 and shame, which is at 20, is a huge difference in how you live your life. So I'm very big working with my clients on being aware of the language you use and what you take on that isn't yours. You didn't create that pathogen. You didn't purposefully go out and say, here, you're infected with this, infect me so I can go infect everybody else. Or maybe you did, I don't know. But I'm assuming, since you've gotten this far into the video, that that was never your intent. In order to live in a state where you're providing value to the world, you need to be aware when these thoughts of shame, self-doubt, guilt come in, and ask the question, did I do this with intent? And if not, forgive yourself, let it go, and move to something positive that you can do, or that you can think, or that you can feel. Okay? But the whole, I didn't know I was infected, and I did everything I was told to do, and as soon as I started to get a sore throat, I shut myself off, even from my family. But I'm so sorry for anybody that might have gotten sick from me. Well, there was no intent. So the fact that you're taking on this makes you feel like you're more powerful than you are, right? Like you control the world. Everything that happens in the world is because of you. It's your fault. You did this. You created that. Maybe you did. Let's do some tapping, okay? I am so powerful that I'm infecting the whole world. Again, the points are eyebrow right here, side of the eye on your temple, under the eye, under the nose, chin, collarbone where the bones come together right here, under the arm where the bra strap is, and top of the head, right? I am so powerful, I'm infecting the entire world. Side of the eye. I don't really have it. I don't have this virus, coronavirus, whatever it is. But if anybody gets sick, it's going to be my fault. And you can repeat after me if you want to. That would be fantastic. You don't have to. Just tap along. Under the eye, I am so powerful that I infect everybody I come in contact with. Under the nose, because it's all about me. Chin, I did it. Collarbone, I created it. Under the arm, it's my fault. Top of the head, I did it. Side of the eye, no, eyebrow point, I made everybody sick. Side of the eye, what do I do now? I feel so bad. I didn't know I was sick. I didn't feel like I was sick. I still don't feel like I'm sick. Not all the time anyway. Under the arm, but maybe it's my fault. Top of the head, maybe I accidentally touched something and touched something else, and somebody else touched it and got sick, and I didn't. But that makes it my fault. Side of the eye. Even though I washed my hands and I didn't get sick. Under the eye. Maybe they didn't wash their hands and they got sick. Under the nose. But if I hadn't touched that, whatever it was that I don't know I touched, they wouldn't have gotten sick. Chin. So it's my fault. Collarbone. Everything is my fault. Under the arm, I feel so guilty. Top of the head, because I used my power for bad instead of good. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Again. And again. Where do you feel the tension in your body? Are your shoulders tight? Is your stomach gurgling? Are your fists clenched? Do you just feel sad? Do you feel lonely? Let's go again. Even though I didn't mean to make anybody sick, side of the eye, and I don't really know that I did make anybody sick. Under the eye. What if I did? Under the nose. What if I did and didn't know it? Chin. What if I did and didn't know it and they get sick? Collarbone. How do I fix it? Under the arm. I feel so guilty. Top of the head. Even though maybe it wasn't anything to do with me. Eyebrow. I definitely didn't mean to do it. I never thought of passing this to anybody else. I didn't mean to make anybody sick. I didn't set out to infect anybody. And I think most people didn't set out to infect me, or my family, or my friends. Collarbone. I think we've all been doing the best we can as new information comes out to follow along with all the safety measures to not spread this. Under the arm, so maybe I'm doing the best I can. Top of the head, and maybe it's nothing to do with me after all. Eyebrow, so maybe I don't need the guilt anymore. Maybe it's okay to let the shame go away. Under the eye. Maybe it's okay if I go back to my normal state, which is love. Under the nose. Maybe it's okay to let go of the fear and the guilt and the self-blame. And just live my life, taking all the precautions that I can, and taking care of me and my family and my friends. Deep breath in, deep breath out. How do you feel? Hope this is useful. You can find me at my website, www.jeanborder.com, or on Facebook at Jean Border Healing. Talk to you next time.